Our last guests for the day are Amy Myers and Cindy Cheatham, committee members for Glitz, Glamour, and Glow. Well, welcome to the show today, Amy and Cindy. It's such a pleasure to have you both here today. Now, I know we're going to talk about something called Glitz, Glamour, and Glow, and I am so excited to hear about this. But first, I know, Amy, you've been on our show a couple of times before, so let's reintroduce you to our viewers. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at Brunswick Medical Center.
Sure, I would love to. My name's Amy Myers. I've been with the hospital about 7 years now, and I wear a few different hats, but today, primarily here, talking about our foundation. And I serve as Executive Director of the Novant Health Foundation, Brunswick Medical Center, and I also work with our marketing and community outreach efforts at the hospital. So I'm very lucky to have a fun and exciting job where I get to work out in the community and really get to know people.
Sounds like fun. Yeah. And Cindy, I know this is a side job for you, so tell us what your real role is in our community.
Yes, thank you. I am an outreach provider representative with Lower Cape Fear Hospice and Life Care Center, and I primarily am just in the Brunswick County area. Our home office is in Wilmington. Prior to this, I was in the fundraising part of Lower Cape Fear Hospice, but have really enjoyed doing what I'm doing now. I've been with Lower Cape Fear Hospice for 5 years.
Wow, that's a great organization.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Now, I know we're going to talk about Glitz, Glamour, and Glow. We're going to talk about the foundation a little bit, Amy. So how about giving us an idea about what's the purpose of the foundation at Brunswick Medical Center?
Sure. We were incorporated in January of 2011. So we've been going a couple years now, and basically the foundation is a separate 501c3 entity with the purpose of helping to raise funds to help improve healthcare in our community. And really what I tell people is that we look to go beyond the walls of the hospital. So the projects and the efforts that we work on are things that outreach further into our community than what we can do just right there at the hospital. So we've had a couple projects going, our women's and children's wellness outreach, and we also this year have built a patio at the hospital, a healing and respite patio. So we're really excited about the progress that the foundation has made in a pretty short time.
Yeah, it's a relatively new organization, and you've done a lot of good already in the community. So that's a great start there. So let's talk about Glitz, Glamour, and Glow, because I'm all about that. Now, I hear this is exclusively for women. So Cindy, tell me a little bit about the event.
Well, it's going to take place on Saturday, November the 2nd, from 1 to 4. It is going to be a lot of, mostly women. It'd be a great day to have, mothers and daughters and friends in the community, wine tasting and shopping and fashion and just all kinds of fun things like that really cater to a lot of things that we as women like to do.
And who are some of your sponsors?
Summit Plastic Surgery and Dermatology has been so generous in coming on as our presenting sponsor.
Wow,
so we're thrilled to have them, and they're also going to be at the event that day doing some really fun things for guests that are there and sharing information about their services and what they offer to the community. So really, really excited to have Summit Plastic Surgery and Dermatology on board.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun, and I'm excited about Summit being there. That's great. I'm happy they're sponsoring that for you. Now, I know you mentioned there'll be shopping, so let's talk a little bit about what kind of shopping and what can we expect to see there, Cindy?
Well, I can talk about a couple as Island Breeze will be there, as well as Victoria's Rag Patch, and you can name some of the other ones that are going to be there.
The Tulip Tree, just fairly new in Ocean Isle. She's going to be there. Shop Girl from, I think they have locations in Southport and one on the southern end of the county as well. And that's
Lucy's.
And Lucy's from Holden Beach. And we've got a few others as well. So a really good mix of what I would say are some of, our finer boutiques in the area. So I think the nice part, we're a big county, really spread out. So when you do go shopping, you just go to Southport or you just go to the southern end. So we hope we've brought kind of a sampling of some of the really great vendors in our community to one location And being that it's just a short time before the holidays, being on November 2nd, I think, people will certainly probably do a little Christmas shopping, but also hopefully some shopping for themselves too. They're like me. That's usually how my holiday shopping works. One for me.
I do that too.
A bobble for you and a bobble for me.
Right.
Yes, I like that. I like that equation. Well, I know we talked about wine, so let's talk a little bit about the kinds of wines we can expect to see, and what about food?
Yeah. We're working with a wine distributor out of Wilmington, and so they'll be able to we'll have about 6 different wines, kind of more, I guess, boutique type wines, things that you wouldn't necessarily find in the grocery store, something fun and different to try. House of Wine and Cheese in Leland is also helping us with the event, so we'll kind of have those 6 different wines so people will be able to shop and stop and taste wine, and then our food is kind of hors d'oeuvres meant to go along with the wines.
So it's kind of appetizers. Will there be like a dessert wine and a dessert? Ooh, that sounds great.
Yes, I think we're hoping to do some pairings and that kind of thing, which I think will be really neat.
Yeah, that is really neat. Yeah. Well, let's talk about tickets. How much does it cost to get in?
It's $50, but for VIP it's $75.
And tell me about a VIP ticket. That sounds like something I might like.
Well, I'll touch on some things. Something that I'd like is that you get a swag bag.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. There's some little extras there, and you can expound on some of
the swag bag, and then a signature wine glass for the event. So
that's
just
cool.
our VIPs will get that, something kind of special memento to take home. And then a lot of our Summit Plastic Surgery and Dermatology, as well as some of our other sponsors and the fashion partners, are also doing some special things for our VIPs. So there'll be some extra benefits kind of provided
so it's
to those.
Just buy the
folks.
ticket and come and see.
Yeah.
It's got all these surprises.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that sounds great. Now, you said the tickets are $50 each and $75 for the VIP ticket.
Yes.
And will those tickets be purchased at the door, or do they buy them ahead of time?
We certainly
Both?
encourage people to buy them ahead so that we'll have a good idea of a count and know people how many to expect.
Food.
Yep, absolutely. And to make sure your spot gets reserved, because we are finding that it's going to be pretty popular, we think. So we ask for people to call, and they can call us at the hospital at 910-721-1460. And from there, we can work out reserving a spot. We're actually not going to do physical tickets, but we'll have a sign-up list, and people will come in and just give their name and be able to enter that way. So.
Oh, well, one last time, Cindy, let's go over the logistics. It is Saturday, November 2nd. Is that correct?
Yes.
And the time is?
1 to 4.
1 to 4.
At 101 Stone Chimney Place. So it's right in the center of the county.
And that's also known as the Realtors Building?
Yes, it is.
So that's easy to find there and supply. It's a great location.
It
It's a
is.
beautiful
It
venue.
is. It is.
It's very, very nice. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I can't wait. Is there anything else you can think of that our viewers need to know about the event that we haven't touched on? Maybe I've not asked all the questions I could.
I can't think of anything. I would just say get your tickets early. I do think it's going to be a popular event. I think because it's pre-holiday, it'll be it's before all the stresses of running around happen. So it'll be a fun time.
Well, it just sounds like a fun time
it
for
will
me.
be.
And get together, maybe a group of girlfriends.
Yes.
Or, I think that'd be a great time.
Instead of a girls' night out, it'll be a girls' day in.
That's right.
That's right.
And thank you so much for that information about the foundation. I think that's a great cause, and the funds again will be used toward the women's and children's services.
I'm glad you brought that up. That was going to be the one thing I wanted to mention that I don't know that we touched on, is that for this event, funds will go specifically to our women's and children's wellness outreach. So we really, have talked about this event as, we said primarily women. I think it really is women helping other women in our community.
And that's very, very important.
And that wellness component kind of centers around childhood obesity, smoking cessation for pregnant women in particular, and lactation for new moms. So some
And we haven't had that in this area before, so that's really, really important.
Yeah.
And the obesity in children, I think that's we really need to concentrate on that.
So a lot of fun for a good cause.
That's right. Well, thanks again for being here, guys. It's such a pleasure, and I look forward to having you back and learning how it went.
Thank you.
you.
Okay. All right.